Hello and welcome back. Today's CB set today. I'm for my buddy. I'm gonna adjust. I will make a set for him. He has a CB in his car, and he also wants a CB at home. And I have here an Skyline, and I like to adjust. And the backlighting needs to be working, and the RF gain is a little bit stuck. So we have a look at that. I have a little SWR meter, power meter. We have a little power supply. As you can see, it needs also a little bit of fixing. And we have here a little amplifier. I think that makes a nice kit. So I'm just gonna work on that and do a time lapse, or I will explain a little bit. I will also start working on the Marconi. So maybe that will be fun. I have a little CB collection myself of all the models that I have when I was young, and I just refound them and I bought little by little over the years to have them back. And well, I can show you a picture of that. Yeah, and I also have a little stack on the floor right there. And yeah, they also need to be checked. And well, I have a few spare parts, so that will work. So let's get to it. I think I'll just start with this one. So I will zoom in, and yeah, I just need to clean a little bit the pots so they run a little bit more smooth. And I like to fix the backlighting. And well, nowadays you're not gonna look for those 12 volts lights that I have here, LEDs, and these are a little bit milky, and these are clear. So let's see what gives the nicest effect, and maybe the I think it's called foggy. They are a little bit fog, and yeah, well, let's see which one works. But I think the foggies will work. Okay, let's open it. Just a quick look. I have worked on these many times, and it just has a Cybernet PCB, like all the Skylines, Hicoms, Amro, well, you name it. Even some Danitas were made with Cybernet. Which one you have more? ALEC. Well, it was the most common used in Europe. They come from Japan. This one has some weird screws, to be honest. These are huge. This is not original because uh, they usually have a M2 or M3, and this is like a metal screw. But apparently there is enough space that it doesn't make any short circuits. So, well, if it fits, it fits. No need to change that. Okay. That does not look super bad, although they did make changes to the output. Let's see what they have put in. Okay, if you can see, they put some extra cooling, and also this is not the original transistor. What if they put in an C1909? So that is a 2SE, I think. It's also Japanese. It's from NAC. Okay. The rest I don't see too many modifications. So that is very easy modification, just a bigger one. And maybe they did something also to the voltage to supply it a little bit more. Well, let's have a look at the bottom if we see some other modifications there. They added different feet. That's okay. These screws are original. that one is gone. Just turn it over completely. Okay. Let's see what I did here in the back. Not too much, to be honest. Well, the soldering is not necessarily very clean, but it's not that I did any modifications here. Okay, I will just be taking off the front because I like to make the pots running better. So it's just pulling the knob off. It is not that complicated. Then we have a few screws in the top and a few in the bottom, and then you just take the front off. And then we can reach better to the switches also. And we can give it a nice clean. That's it. Well, this looks sort of clean. Let's clean a little bit. It is the channels, and this one is really tight. So let's put some spray there. Okay, I'm usually using this one, the WD-40. It's not the normal one. This is the specialist contact spray. And it should leave no residue. So that's of course the best. I'm gonna put it a little bit up so it can go in. And it's usually that I have used the wrong contact cleaner, and that's why it goes very, very slow, because all the dirt just went in there. And yeah, using the wrong contact cleaner is really terrible. I try to get it in between, because I can spray the from the back, but the problem is actually in the XL. Oh, this runs already better. This one needs a lot more. But switches doesn't hurt. Not too much. Yeah. Oh, smooth. Smooth. Channels also. Not too much. Yeah, much better. But the problem was in this first one. Okay, I put the front back in. As you can see, it looks a lot better. The only thing now is that we need to have a backlight, and the light that comes out also is kind of milky, but it's a light bulb. And so, as I said, I was trying to do with the LEDs, and I have a clear one here, and it is an eye-bright clear one, and it is super bright. And this one is a little bit milky. And I think that will be a lot better. So if I just add this here in the back, and it fits in the same hole. Look at that. It's almost like a normal light bulb. So this one is perfect for that. And now we just connected to the wires, and I need a little resistor. I'm not sure if it is 12 volt on this light bulb here or 9, because it's not taken directly from the switch. But let's have a look. And for 12 volt, I think I usually use the 680, and for 9 volts 470. So let's try how much this is. Okay, the light was powered with 14.5 volts, and that is probably also exactly why it burned. So I'd go a little bit higher, 7 something, just to see. And that's also what I did with the power. They just increased the power supply, and usually it's not a problem for most of the components, except for the little light bulbs. So yeah, let's just connect the LED now. Okay, I use indeed the 680 ohms, and just as a double check, it is around 3 volts, so 2.9, so that is okay, and the resistor doesn't get hot, so that is okay, and it looks super bright. So let's add it behind the meter. Okay, now you can have a look on the Marconi. I'm just gonna do the transmitter first. Switch it on. Just pick one of the middle channels, like 15 in this case. Modulation works. So you can see it's fractional off, and that is easy to do. I just at the crystal there is a little trimmer. And you just move that until it is spot on. Perfect. Then we go to receive mode. Squirrels. It is sensitive enough because it's half a millivolt. Perfect. Now I'm not gonna change anything with the receive. You can just check if the S meter is correct. If 51 microvolt should be S9, and it is exactly doing S9. So, well, I'm satisfied with the reception. Does the squelch work? Now, if it opens around to, here, even better. Perfect. Okay, so that is very well adjustable. Nice level. Yeah, perfect. And if we do full squelch, how much is that? Yeah. Okay, well, not too much wrong. Perfect. Well, as a double check, well, I just adjusted it in more or less in the, it's a 22 channel, so I just set it to 15, channel 15, a little bit in the middle, as you can see. Here the frequency is good, and as you check, you can go to channel 22 and channel 1, and both are the same, so good enough for me. Okay, here it is, it looks a lot better, nice and shiny. And as you can see, the LED is just a perfect solution. And yeah, it is nice and shiny and bright enough. So, okay, second one is this power supply. And it was already noisy. And when I switched it on, nothing happened. Well, you can also see one of the terminals is missing. But they seem like those Japanese terminals. And I have a few, so. But I found a fuse was just lying around. So that is a problem. And these I can just, that is an easy fix. I just put my other Chinese terminals, so that is fixed. And but now we need to be sure. Let's see if we can do an easy fix on the fuse, because the fuse holder is broken. So yeah, all the legs are broken. So let's see if I have one, and if I don't, I can do something else. Well, I did order some fuses from China, and I think that was a good, because well, these are the smaller ones, but you can see there are all values, and that is really nice to have. And also here I have the bigger ones, but in the bigger ones there are also little holders. So I will just change those holders. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Cool. Yeah. So that was a good pick, buying this. And then let's see what value they put. Well, it is a power supply up to 5 amps. So it is order slow 5, or they put a lot more. But it's still. Yes, it's 5 amp, but it is a slow one. And maybe I can remove and I can use it, because I have 5, but I think this is all fast. This is all fast blow. Yeah, it's an F. So this is fast blow, or I need to do a little bit more, but 10 is then too much. So I don't like to do that. Yeah, let's see. If it's still good. Yeah, it does work. So if I can clean it a little bit, and we can just use the same fuse, because I like the idea of it being a slow one with the correct value. Okay, does it fit in here? Yes, it fits perfect. Look at that. You just put it there. I will just put my electronic load. Constant resistance, no. Current, constant current. Set 1 amp. And it goes already a little bit down. 2 amps, 3 amps. But it manages kind of. 5, it goes. And it recovers. Okay, I can do a little bit higher on 1 amp. No. Okay, that's good. Okay, that is fixed. That works. I put the fuse not on the circuit board, but on the side, because there was a lot more space. And I also could write down the value. So if you need to replace next time, you know it's a 5 slow. And yeah, this is also a bit weird. I will need to connect here a proper DC plug, so I will do that also. This is the little amplifier. We have it all set together with the amplifier, the power supply, and now it does indeed 3 watts, and with the amplifier we have 10. Cool. Well, I also have this Scooper SWR and power meter, and I just want to adjust also the power meter just to make sure it's okay. And well, it says it's 4 watts, but the Marconi clearly said it's only 3. So let's adjust that. Okay, it was a bit too optimistic, and then yeah, it's not a real problem. But then, okay, this is another one. This is an Amaro CB007. It's cool. They were one of my first, and I like it because of the 007. That is nice. And I'm just doing the same, just putting it on the frequency. This is also Cybernet. Well, it is spot on. It's half a watt. It's a little bit more now. It's 0.55. So that is okay. The relation works. And we can see if the reception works. It does. Yeah, again, it's pretty sensitive. 0.2, 0.3. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see, to put the S meter. Nice, up to full scale. Perfect. So that was a little bit quick, and maybe also I cut a lot, but I need to do a few more, so I will finish these. I hope you enjoyed that, and hope to see you next time.